Hello and welcome to this presentation to talk about Canva. You can go to findyourflow.com/Canva for more information. And I wanted to just show you how I personally use Canva. I have used canva.com for many years now. I've been using the free version and done so much, it's incredible. And recently I upgraded to the pro version because I just create so many different shapes and sizes of things that I really knew that I could benefit from the Canva Pro. And I was right. I wasn't sure 100%. I tested it. I've been using it. I love it. So I'm keeping it. And I wanted to share with you just some of the things that I've created over the years. You can see I've used this for my real estate business to make flyers, to make different promotions for my websites. I've also helped create logos, different blog post artwork. You can see that I use a lot of the same templates for things. I'm very template oriented. That helps me get into flow states for workflow, for cash flow. And so I use the same template and then I just change a few elements. That way I can crank these things out very quickly. So you'll see here's all the same. And if I wanted to, I would just hover over this and click on the three dots, and then I could make a copy. And then I could simply, and let's just try it. Let's see what happens. So I click on make a copy. It shows up in the upper left-hand corner. So I roll up here, click on that. It opens up a new tab. And you can see I did a review for this product. Well, let's say I want to do a different product. I could just click on that, delete it. You'll notice in the upper right hand corner here is the title, so I can see that's the copy. It's not the original version, so I'm not going to mess up my previous version. And then I can go over here into the upper left hand corner and use templates, but I've already got my template here. So I could go to elements and grab things like photos. So if I go onto photos, what's cool is this, and I don't think they always had this feature, but they've got this feature now where it's connected with free services where I can get free images, which is pretty handy. So let's say I wanted to do an episode about Jello. There we go. I just click on it. Boom. I don't have to pay for this. Well, and this is again, this is the pro version, not the free version. In the free version, I don't know if I would have to pay for this or not. There are I do believe there are free images that you can use in the free version, but then there are some paid images as well. And so you do have to pay for some of them, but it would show you the picture and it would just have the watermark on it. So you could still put it into your design and try it. And then if you like it, you buy it. And it's really inexpensive. It's only like $1 per image. So very convenient, very affordable. And that's with the free version. And then again, this is the pro version. So I think I get just all of the images for free. Yeah, it just says free when I hover over all of them. So I think that's one of the added bonuses of being a pro. So that looks pretty sweet. And then I can just easily double click on this and say Jello. And then I've got my stuff there, and that's basically it. And then the way I like to do it is I just remove the copy of, and then I change it to the title, Jello, Jello. So we don't get any kind of copyright issues, right? And this is body flow. And then I would just, that's it. It already saves it. All saved, changes saved right there. And then I can download it as a PNG, which I used to download everything as PNGs. But a little tip for you, friend, if you are doing like a blog or putting this on your website somewhere, it's actually better in many cases to use the JPEG smaller version. And I always thought like, oh, you want to use the highest quality version. But what happens is that actually really slows down the download time or the time when somebody goes to visit your site, the load time, it really slows it down. So that was something I had to learn the hard way. I'd already been using PNG for years, and then I had to go back through and pay somebody to minimize those files for me. So just a little pro tip there for you, friend. Keep you moving quick online. And then, of course, for book, when I'm doing books, the covers, I use the PDF print version. Actually, no, I think I use JPEG even for that. If it's the Kindle covers, like when I'm publishing on Amazon Kindle, but when I'm using the print version, like a paperback or a hardcover, then I use the PDF print quality, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but just some things to be aware of. Now, here's one of the pro features. So let's go back home real quick here. and you'll see all these different book covers. Now, I'm a publisher, right? A book publisher. Find Your Flow Publishing is one of my businesses. So I do this more maybe than the average person would need this feature. However, I want you to be aware of it in case you're trying to decide, is Canva Pro worth it? Okay. So for me, what was the tipping point for me? And again, I've been using the free version for many years. Let's just scroll through and see some of the magical artwork I've been able to create because of Canva for free. I did all this, all these for many years. My blog posts, my different business brands, the logos. I've created so many logos in here, labels. Actually, that I had professionally done, so I don't get credit for that. I had somebody on my team, one of my interns using it, which for the free version, I don't recommend that because then it was kind of like he had access to all my stuff, and I don't know, it wasn't. It was okay. It worked out fine, fortunately, but it could go sideways, possibly if you're sharing the free version. But I was using, but now I can invite team members. So with the paid version, you can get up to 5 team members, which is really cool. And yeah, and so you could theoretically split the cost, and it would be only like $3 or $4 per person per month, something like that. So very, very affordable. And yeah, you can just see I've done so many different things over the years, and I believe I have even more. I don't know why that's the earliest stuff I have. Doesn't seem right to start way down here. But there you go. So let's say I wanted to do a book cover, which I do. And so here's my book cover. Now, early on, this is kind of wonky. But in the newer version, which they have, which, if you got it now, I wasn't able, or maybe I was just doing it wrong. I don't know. But I had to really do some crazy stuff to make that look okay. So let's say I wanted to simplify it because it's a lot easier. So I just went over here under elements, I clicked on this shape, and then I go like this, I go like this, and now they've got this handy dandy feature. So I can just go bada bing, bada boom. I'm gonna just line that up, super quick and easy, just like that. And there we go. And I'm going to change this. One of the cool things I love is I come up here and then my color schemes are right there, my brand kit. So those are the colors for this palette for this business. And I've got a couple other brands in here and it's ready to go. So if I have someone on my team, even jumping between my different business brands, they will have the same color palettes and they can just pick whichever business they're working on and they don't have to mess with the the color code, right? Try blue or this, code and try to remember. It's just ready to go. Okay, which is super, super convenient. Again, this is something that for me, it makes a difference. It's something that I use. I don't know if I use it every day, but pretty darn close. I'm probably in here at least once a day doing something. And then I simply come over here to position. Oh, I don't have anything in here. I've got that is the wrong color, so I'm going to just change the color there. And then boom, Mindflow series #1. I'm going to change the color on that because I used to use the black color there. And now I'm going to space the letters a little bit so it just looks cool, a little easier to read, take up a little more room visually. And there I go. And now, and actually what I'm going to do now is watch this. I'm going to click on this background red and I'm going to just duplicate it over here, duplicate. I'm going to make this one black. And I'm gonna move it position. Actually, before I do that, yeah, to backward, backward, backward. Yeah, just like that. And then I want it to be a little bit smaller so I get that cool effect. And voila. And see how it's got the little lines there that tell me if it's centered or not? That's pretty handy. And then I'm going to do the same thing down here. I'm just going to click on it, come up here to duplicate. I'm going to change the color. Boom. And I'm going to make it just a touch smaller. Now I can't, because it's kind of really small, it's hard to do. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And again, friend, I'm not a graphic design artist by any stretch of the imagination, but this program really honestly makes it easy. And there I go. Look how cool. Don't I look like I know what I'm doing? Isn't that impressive? I'm impressed with myself. I love it. And actually, I'm going to just clean that up a little bit. And I might fuss with this a little bit to try to get it right and move my thing here. And there I go. And I'm good. And now here's the other cool thing. So here's what I do. So then I save this, right? It's already saved. does it for me. Now I'm gonna make, if I want to resize it, because one thing that happens, like especially with print books, like when I'm doing a paperback or hardcover, is the sizing is really kind of a pain in the butt, to be honest, when it comes to like how many pages do I have. So, and this is just the front, right? So it's actually a little different when I'm doing the front and back, and then also the spine. So that's a whole nother video. I'm not going to get into that now, but basically I can easily resize it. And with the pro version, you can do this. With the free version, you can't. And so I was doing this a lot, where I was like doing this kind of workaround. I would, save a copy, and then I would make a new um, size, a custom size, and then I'd try to like redesign the whole thing, and it just was taking forever. So one of the pro features that I use all the time now is this resize. And so if I wanted to save it as this size, you can see it's already got my most recent sizes that I've used for my different things. And I'm producing a TV show too, so I've got so many different dimensions that I use to create the artwork for the channel, the Find Your Flow TV. If you go to Roku and you download the Find Your Flow TV app, that's where you'll see some of those logos. But let's just say I'm making a copy. I want to keep the same size for now. So I'm going to make a copy. And this is the color scheme for the Mindflow series, is this red. So I'm going to just click on the background image. I'm going to delete it. And now check it out. I can go back over to elements, and I can pick some cool, those are videos. I want some photos. I could even upload my own photos. Let's see what I've uploaded recently. Oh, like this is beautiful, right? This is beautiful. I like this. So I just click on it. It populates it. I can easily drag it to make it look beautiful, and then I position it all the way to the back. And voila. Is that cool? So what I do is I do about 5 or 6 versions of this, because I just wanted, because I like them. It's just really fun and easy. Again, this is very flowing for me. I've got my templates in place. I don't have to think about it at all. And I can just make a whole bunch of different versions. And then I post them on social media and ask for people's opinions. And then I get a bunch of people telling me, oh, I like number one. I like number two. I like, and that's really fun. It's interactive. It gets people excited about the book, and it gives me some valuable market feedback, right? Because I don't always know which ones people are going to respond to. I think some of them are cool, and then people are like, no, that one's not cool. Or, hey, this one's really cool, and it's not the one I would have thought. Like this one, for instance, people really loved. I got a lot of people that loved this one. I did this for the Spirit Flow series. It is beautiful. It wasn't my first choice, but I got a great response, right? Pretty. This one only got 1 vote, but I think this one's beautiful right here. I really like that. And this one got 1 vote here when I used that one. This one ended up getting a ton of votes. This was number 1, and then this one was number 2. So you can just see it's just fun. It's fun. You see, I'm already having fun and getting lost in it. But there you go, friend. That was just something I wanted to share, how I crank out so many book covers. And this is one of the tools that I invested in, is the Canva Pro version. For me, it is worth it. And again, you can see other like favicons that I created. And this is for the Find Your Flow TV. And then for the Find Your Flow TV show with Henry, I needed all these different sizes. And I reused a lot of the same stuff. Let's just take a quick look. So Henry Evans, one of my mentors, the Hour a Day Entrepreneur, I had him as a guest on Find Your Flow TV, and I created this one, and this is size 4166 pixels by 4166 pixels. And then I didn't want to recreate all this, even though I have, my different fonts, my favorite fonts all saved, and my color schemes and all that. It would be a pain in the butt to then have to recreate this 5 or 6 times for all the different sizes I need. So I simply click on resize, and then let's say I wanted to do a 300 by 300, then I just click on that, and then boom, copy and resize, and it would reproduce this in the size I wanted. And it's pretty decently accurate. Sometimes I do have to make some tweaks, like if I go from a square size to a rectangular size or something like that, I do have to sometimes make some adjustments. But overall, it's pretty darn good, and it saves me a ton of time. So let's take a quick look at this one more example before we call it a day. Oh, 2 more examples, because this is cool. So this is the whole book. This is the print version for this book, the paperback. And one of the things, if you ever get into publishing like your own book and you're doing a paperback or hardcover, is the spine. And depending on how many pages you have and what page size you're using, the trim size you're using for your book, then you may or may not have room to do a spine down the middle here. And so that's just something to kind of keep in the back of your mind. And so, for instance, like this is a template that I use, and it changes for each book I do because different books have different amounts of pages. So I have to, keep all my sizes proper, and it's kind of a process, friend. I'm not gonna lie, it's a process, and even though I'm pretty good at it now, it's still a process. It still takes time and energy. So I love to have templates, things that help me save a bunch of time and energy. Again, my favorite. Um, Fonts all ready to go, my favorite colors all ready to go for the Find Your Flow, for the cash flow series. And then let's just go back over here. So that's the paperback cover for that one. And then the last thing I wanted to show you was this one right here, which is a hardcover. So this one has a thicker spine. See that? The other one didn't. The other one did not have enough pages. This one right here did not have enough pages to have a spine. So it's going to be kind of just that color and, not legible in any way. But this one does have a spine. And so I needed to account for that, right? And make sure that it looks good and readable, legible, all that good stuff. So there you go. That's just a few things I wanted to share. This is a $250 book that I'm designing for, I think I pay 12 or 13 bucks a month to use the Canva Pro, and it saves me so much time. And so that's it. If I want to add cool um, glow, effects, it's got some neat effects, and I can change the color of those effects if I want to, right? Pretty neat. A lot of fun, a lot of fun. It can get carried away, but if you're doing it professionally, gosh, it's oh no. So there's undo features. Woohoo. So that's handy, right? Do sale, 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 sale. Okay, I'm just playing around now. No, I'm just really having too much fun. All right, so that's it, friend. And then I can download. And then I could even share on social media, which I personally don't really do it that way. I usually download it, then share it to social. But there you go, friend. I really hope you've enjoyed Canva. Now, if you are um, trying to see if I can pull this up for you, if you aren't already on the page watching this, like if you're on some other website or whatever watching this video, you can go. I'm going to pull it up for you so you can see, and I want to see it too. Does this look cool? I hope. Load time's kind of slow, but it's okay. I have a lot of images. So findyourflow.com/Canva, and you can see this blog post where I put together some information about the way that I use Canva. You can see all the different book covers I've done so far for the different books in the series, the print paperback versions of some of them, and then just links to if you want to support Find Your Flow, then I really appreciate it. Go to this page, click on any of these links. It's my sponsored link account, so I really appreciate your support. So thank you so much, friend. I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you give Canva a try. There is a free version, and you can sign up through that link I just showed you. You can try out the free version. You can go really, really far with the free version. Again, I used it for free for many years. I only recently switched to the pro version, and I love it. So let's just do one more thing. Check out the brand kit so you can see, excuse me, the Find Your Flow palette that I have here for the different books. And then I guess I don't have my other brands uploaded. I thought I did, but I must have got distracted. You can see my brand fonts that I like to use, and that gives my brand its voice. Okay, that makes it very consistent and easy. Whenever I have an assistant or a team member jump in, I can just add another brand kit for my other brand. For example, how to work with investors, one of my brands, and I can upload my logo, which I think I already have in here somewhere. So that's it. I'm not going to bore you with that, friend, but just really cool, very powerful projects. I did not have access to your projects for the free version, so I haven't even tapped into that yet, but that's something that you can share your projects along with your team. So that can be very powerful too. All right, I'm done for real this time. Thank you so much for watching. Share this with your team. Share it with people who you think might be able to use it. Take care, and until next time, my friend, be fly.